How's everything going, everyone? It's Moji. There's some shocking news out now. This is changing the political scene right now because this is such a big deal in politics. It's also changing the markets. It looks awful. Also, the way timing works out sometimes is really strange. I was talking about this exact thing yesterday, or maybe even 2 days ago, in a video I showed you guys with Whitney Webb. I want to tell you about the big news that just came out, if you're interested in politics or the stock market. This is a huge story. I know I use the word bombshell a lot. Please click subscribe if you don't mind. There is a bell icon below the video that you can turn on to get alerts when I post new videos like this one. Some deals on that there is a link below the movie that you can use to buy or sell the market. They're also running a Caspa airdrop. Use the link below the video to sign up, even if you've already signed up through my link. This will let you hit this button and start claiming the airdrop. Then you can get up to $5,000 in Caspa tokens if you are a new user, which is actually really cool. There's also a Coino deposit event and a week's deposit and trade event where you can also get Louis Vuitton or Rolex. So click on those links below the movie. But let's begin here. We will get past the DXY and BTC's domination. Let's get right to the point. Zuckerberg feels bad about giving in to Biden's requests for censorship. Remember that this is not a political program. But we need to talk about politics because it affects or changes what happens in the crypto markets. Clearly, one candidate is very pro-Bitcoin and the other is kind of anti-crypto. Let's just go over this. This is really making Twitter go crazy. In a shocking letter to Jim Jordan, chairman of the House Judiciary, Mark Zuckerberg says he feels terrible that Meta followed Joe Biden's orders. There will be pressure in 2021 to censor COVID-19 material. The tech mogul himself says he should have spoken out more against efforts by the government to censor the internet. Zuckerberg says that the White House told Meta over and over to take down COVID-related material such as funny and satirical posts, which made people inside Facebook angry. Since then, he has changed his mind and says he will fight back against any future efforts to put pressure on him by the government. Zuckerberg has made a shocking political change by saying that he will not give money to Democratic candidates this election term. That is pretty full, but the same thing happened on Twitter as well. Some of the Twitter files that came out after Elon went in showed that they were cutting down on material. This was true on both Google and YouTube. I know this is the site I'm on, but I had a video that was taken down not long ago, maybe a week ago. It came straight from YouTube. It said it was bad for you and dangerous. Some other YouTube sites that were about Bitcoin, like Simply Bitcoin, were taken down. Also, investing guys, I've never heard of them, but their channel was shut down. This is crazy to think about. We know that countries are censoring even though it's not even COVID times. We all know that politicians will push their plans. I also talked a lot about this a few days ago. On the last screen, I'll put a link to this movie, but first, let me play a little bit. But you should watch the whole show. It really gets to this. There was. So a lot of these early companies were tried to be made by people who would go on to rule the internet. And that did happen. It's just a matter of the record. Looking at the biggest tech companies, I've written about how Facebook was created by bringing back to life a failed DARPA program called LifeLog. It was created by the same person who brought back to life the disastrous DARPA program Total Information Awareness. Okay, I'm not going to play it all out, but we're talking about Facebook and a few other big tech companies in that movie. I talk about some things the government wants. In short, they want people to pay attention to other things. They want people to think about silly things instead of the problems. Some people say they've seen aliens or something. In the same way, they want to get rich. They want to know what you see too. They also want to know what you have to say. That means they're taking down information that you say doesn't follow their rules. Afterwards, they direct your attention to certain types of information that don't hurt them, right? It's clear that this is bad. They also want to finally have say over how you spend your money. If they don't like what you say or see, this is your last option. They will take your money if you don't do what they say. That's what happened with the Canadian trucker movement too. Of course, that's what CBDC and some stablecoins are too. That's where we're going. To be honest, I think this is bad for both Biden and Harris. People are more likely to vote for someone like Trump because of it, and I'm not trying to get political. I'm just saying that this is coming out while Biden is in office. It looks like Mario Narfal talks a lot from the right side. While Trump was in office in 2020, some of this may have been going on, but it seems like it really sped up during Biden's time. That's right, this is bad. Also, Trump might have done something. Still, this doesn't look good. I also believe it makes Trump's chances better, which makes crypto's chances better as well. I'm going to put this movie at the end. Pay attention. I make it a lot clearer. What do you know? What do you know? The big money? What do they have to do? A lot of Bitcoin is being bought by them out here. BTC moves $221.9 million through BlackRock and elliott daily. Really, it's on a day when Bitcoin's price went down a bit. However, BlackRock was just out here getting things worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They bought things for their own businesses too, as you can see here today. Yes, they are going to buy it for $220 million. It costs $220 million to buy from their rich clients. At the same time, YouTube accounts for Bitcoin are being blocked. If I ever need to be away, you can find me on Twitter. I'll also work on getting my channel back. In this video, Larry Fink of BlackRock also talks very positively about Bitcoin. It was only a month ago. I really don't need to show it to you. You can look it up, just in case. But he backs Bitcoin. He's trying to get people to do it. It costs them hundreds of millions of dollars. In the end, some people think they're going to turn it into a dollar. They are going to turn it into a project in which they hold the keys. They are the ones who have the keys for you. And all of the money is in dollars. It's just something to work in. There is no real place to keep your cash freedom away from the government. Those are not the same things. If you use elliott and then store your Bitcoin yourself in cold storage, those are two very different things, right? It's clear that a lot of people look at Bitcoin as an investment. If you do that, you might want to use elliott because it's easy to move the money to a different account. There could be another reason, like you don't want your own keys. As long as you want to stay independent, though, you should put that thing in cold storage. Tell me what you think about all of this below the video. I already said that this is very bad, and it comes from Zuckerberg, of all people. Pretty damning proof. He clearly knows everything that's going on at Facebook Meta. So no, it's not a low-level secret agent. It's actually the man. Still, let me know what you think. Just below the movie, there is a if you want to trade Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next one. Goodbye.